These dark days call for crimson nights, so when the sun sets, the crimson moon rises.
Welcome, welcome, Crimson Knights. Looks like we may have some lag here again. Hopefully that'll work itself out. We'll see. But welcome, Crimson Knights. Sorry about that. I thought that this stream was scheduled for tonight. I didn't realize that I had the date wrong and I had the 27th on there. So I was planning to stream this tonight, just didn't realize that it was set up for the wrong date. Apologies for that, but here we are, Crimson Knights. Hopefully this stream will work out for us. But tonight we're going to be jumping into and taking off in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Came out just last week. I think last Tuesday it came out. We didn't get a chance to play it. We ended up checking out Stalker 2 instead. So now we're going to jump into Microsoft Flight Simulator together. Been a long time since I played a flight simulator, but I used to love flight simulators back in the day. So I'm honestly very excited to jump into this. My only regret is that I do not have like a joystick or anything like that, you know, to give a little bit more realism. I'm just going to be playing mouse and keyboard, I guess. It's not going to be the same, you know? But, I think we'll still have fun. Maddie, how's it going? Good to see you. She says, about time. Sheesh. Also, the Ravens and the Chargers are playing right now. They are coached by brothers. So it's the battle of the brothers. Ravens are up by 1 point going into the half, 14-13. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Let's check it out. Is the stream really laggy, or how are we? Are we okay? If I have to restart this computer, we will not be streaming tonight. Because it'll take forever. Forever! Sabi, how's it going, man? Good to see you. Just had coffee and was reading a poetic book. Nice. Is it an Indian book or what is it? Maddie said, ESPN notification 3 hours ago is that the Utah Hockey Club players were forced to walk to Sunday's game in Toronto after their bus got stuck in traffic. That's kind of crazy. The Utah Hockey Club forced to walk to their game in Toronto. That's pretty crazy. All right, we'll see how much this walks us through things. You know, if there's like kind of scenarios where it, you know, tutorials, trains us and stuff. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to try this out. The sky is not the limit, but I'm excited. The graphics in this game are just absolutely stunning, especially compared to what I was playing growing up. And again, I don't know if any of you guys remember or know this, but my childhood dream, pretty much through high school, was to be a pilot. Now, I ended up going in a different direction ultimately, but what I wanted to do for a decade of my life, the first decade of my life, I was passionate about wanting to be a pilot. Loved flight simulators, loved any flying games, just absolutely loved them. Back in the day, I was doing a bunch of mods. Flight Simulator might be one of the first games where I like installed mods and things like that, because I got all sorts of different cool aircraft that I installed. I had a lot of fun with that. Sabi said, the book is The Sun and Her Flowers by Rupi Kaur. Rupi Kaur. Sorry that I probably said that wrong. 2017. Bought it yesterday for $4. 340 rupees.
Pop-up dialogue. Pop-up dialogue.
I don't want screen narration. Let's start setup. Graphics. Run high end. Should we go ultra? Might try it. Customize my appearance.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking.
ATC.
Aviate, navigate.
Entering sprays.
Entering spray.
ATGS.
Rotate at VR.
ATGS.
The sky is calling.
Cabin crew, please prepare the cabin for landing.
Cabin crew.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain.
Cleared for approach. Landing checklist complete.
The sky is calling.
The sky.
None of these voices are me.
Entering spray zone, guys. Adjusting altitude for optimal coverage.
Yo, Nick, how's it going? He said, I actually just started downloading this game 30 minutes ago. Can't wait to play. Dude, I'm so excited right now. We gotta find a face. What's a good face for me? Got a lot of old people in here, huh? This is like the least exciting part of this. Probably not going to spend that much more time on this. It's funny that these look like pilots' faces. I don't even know what that means, but don't these look like pilots' faces? They just do, right? It's even skinnier. All right, let's do that, I guess. The hair's actually not bad. All right, apparel. Should we go like leather jacket type of deal here? That's too heavy. Get our sweatpants going. I want the red ones, man. Give me the red ones. Oh, look at this. We could just go full flight suit, huh? Co-pilot. Get ourselves... Get ourselves a female co-pilot.
ATGS. Approaching target area for water.
That does not even sound like a human! Welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, Crimson Moon. Nick says, what aircraft come with the base game? I don't even know, dude. I don't even know. Alright, so I guess we could do career? I don't know what that means. I don't know what any of this means. Aerial firefighting. Seems like you can just drop into like a bunch of different types of scenarios. Search and rescue. Maddie said Marshall was in GTA 5 series with randoms yesterday. 2 of them were talking about what they got in GTA for Black Friday. Are there Black Friday sales in GTA right now? All I care about is the oppressor. If that goes on sale, tell me immediately. Immediately. Sabi said, also been researching about AI and stuff. And I got to know a lot of digital database and information systems that are incredible in situations that'll help. All right, I'm just going forever. Rise of a Pilot. Choose any location in the world where you want to start your career. Where should we start, Crimson Knights? All right, Sabi, where do you live? Huh? Whereabouts do you live, Sabi? Where should I be looking? You're in Calcutta? Viva Behala. That's where we're going to start our career. If that was the Black Friday sale, it was a really disappointing one. Ah, bummer. I'm gonna fly over your house, Sabi. I don't know what we're doing. I don't know how to fly a plane. We're gonna fly right over your house. Hello there.
Hello there.
Oh.
You must be CrimsonMune, right?
Wow. Yeah.
Welcome to Bahala. I'm Suresh. the owner of this aero club. Here at the club, we provide all the training lessons you need to get started and earn your private pilot license. Then, once you've earned your PPL, you can build up your flight hours and get more experience by taking people out on first flights.
Cool.
But before any of that, let's head outside and take a flight to get familiar with our aircraft and the local surroundings.
Sounds good, Suresh. Sabi said Black Friday sales rocketing here with 30% discounts on PC products.
Welcome to the apron. This is where all our flying adventures begin. Why don't you walk around a bit while I finish the...
I do not like my hairstyle anymore. Why don't you walk around a bit?
Today we will be flying in a Cessna 172 Skyhawk. It's the main trainer airplane in our flight school. Our Cessna's got a glass cockpit and a 180 horsepower engine, climbs well, and is easy to fly. It's one sweet ride. I'm ready if you are, so hop in and buckle up. Let the good times roll.
Press Shift and C to enter.
Welcome aboard. While you settle in, let's go over our flight plan. After taking off, we will climb to 1,500 feet above sea level, and then fly over the airport to enjoy the view.
I'm nervous.
Ready? Why don't you start the engine for us?
Press Control E to complete startup procedure. Wait for the engine to start up.
Perfect. The wind is from 274 degrees direction with a speed of 9 knots, so we'll be taking off from runway 36.
This would be a great game for VR.
Let me taxi to the runway.
Takeoff sequence. You can switch between cockpit and external view with backspace.
All right, now comes the fun part. After releasing the brakes and applying full power,
All right.
we'll speed up and take off once we reach 60 knots airspeed.
Okay.
We will be climbing at 75 knots, which is the recommended climbing speed for the Cessna Skyhawk. While climbing, we will follow a left-hand traffic pattern and make 2 turns. Don't worry if it sounds overwhelming. I am here to help.
Okay.
Release the parking brakes, otherwise we're not going anywhere.
How do I release the brakes? Control underscore? What? No, control space.
Good. Ready for takeoff? Apply full power to get
Use the
us moving.
throttle lever R to increase engine power to maximum. How do I look around in the
I'll take care of
cockpit?
the pedals, steering the aircraft on the runway during takeoff.
Wait to reach takeoff speed.
We have reached 55 knots. Pull the yoke a little bit to lift off.
Pull on the yoke with W. Man, it would be so much easier to have,
Perfect climbing attitude and speed. I see you know what you're doing. Don't pull on the yoke too much, or we'll lose speed. Keep the nose of the aircraft just above the horizon. We are approaching our first
I want to
turn.
have,
As
I
you'll
want to
see,
have like
the Cessna
a
172
joystick for
requires
this. You know what I
very
mean?
yoke movement to turn. We are 300 feet above the ground. I will retract the flaps. You keep climbing.
Turn toward crosswind end A. Okay, yeah. We're flying, Crimson Knights! We're flying!
Climbing and prepare for the next turn.
Whoops. I'm getting confused because I have the controls like inverted, I guess you could say.
Okay, turn left again. We are almost there. Remember, we need to climb to 1,500 feet.
I
It
feel
will
like
keep
the
us
controls
500
are just
feet
really
above the
jerky
traffic pattern.
on the keyboard. How am I doing, Crimson Knights? I'm
Let's
flying
maintain
over
a positive
Sabi's
rate of
house.
climb for now. better. Keep it going. I love the weather today. The clouds are beautiful, aren't they? There we are, 1,500 feet above sea level and 500 feet above the traffic pattern. We have safe separation with the other airplanes. Look around, see our airport? Let's fly over it.
Look at the airport with the smart camera. Control B. First, I need to level out here. Oh shoot! All right, now
Excellent. I know that you're
I'm
busy
losing.
navigating and controlling the plane, but don't forget to enjoy the view.
I'm trying. All right, Control B. I don't know. It didn't work. Mayday, 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 we're going down! We're going down! I feel like the controls just don't really kick in. Now, Control B, that's not working. Does it have to be like... I don't know. It doesn't seem like Control B is working. Like, pulling up
I know that you're busy navigating
is so
and
jerky.
controlling the plane, but don't forget to enjoy the view.
Woohoo! Where's Sabi's house? I really need a joystick. Like, why is it...
Well done. I believe you have a talent for piloting. I hope you enjoyed the flight. Let's head back to the ground now.
All right, how do we do that? How do you land? Oh, it's not gonna let me land. Leah, welcome. How's it going?
I'm glad.
Sorry for the confusion about the stream
This might be
tonight.
the first chapter in your pilot's journey, if you want to embark on it. Let's catch up at our headquarters.
Maddie says, it's now been 2 years since the MK2's been on sale, but everybody's been saying on Reddit that it's so easy to get this month because it's heist month. Yeah, it's $8 million.
There's a laptop in the office that shows all the certification information you'll need for your PPL exam. Take a look.
Head to certification to pass your PPL exam.
Here you can see all the different certifications you can pass throughout your career. Your first step is to work towards your private pilot license.
Cool. Man, there's a lot. There's a lot. So you can go on the helicopters route here, or you can go this direction. Get up in the jets and the airliners. Awesome.
All the training lessons you'll need to pass the PPL exam are available here. Make sure you're comfortable with these before taking the exam.
All right. Missing certification fly this aircraft. Pilot, wait, Textron aircraft available after exam. Oh, okay. These are aircrafts that you can unlock after the exam. You can get your private pilot's license in 8 minutes. All right, attitude is pitch. This is all training. Learn the basics of interactions and cameras. Time to learn the basics. Before getting to know more about aircraft controls, we'll go over basic camera and toolbar interactions, which are essential tools to master in Flight Simulator. Just take the license exam now. We'll do a little bit of training, and then maybe we'll just try to mess around and like do some activities or something.
Welcome to Sedona. I'm Captain Jess Molina, and I'll be your instructor.
Sedona? I was just in India.
For this lesson, we're going to start on the ground and focus on some basic concepts. Fundamentals every pilot needs to know
Hey,
before
John
getting
Cena!
started.
How's it going, man?
This is your plane, a classic, the Cessna 172. Take a look around it.
Look around the plane. Shift K? Shift I? Shift J?
In the simulator, anytime you want, you can easily switch to cursor mode.
Move your mouse to activate the
is handy
cursor.
for interacting with menus and cockpit controls or instruments. As you can see, activating the cursor also displays the toolbar at the top of the screen. The toolbar is a quick access menu that allows you to control various aspects of the simulation.
I don't see a toolbar at the top of the screen.
Try to find and open the controls panel.
Open the controls panel in the toolbar.
The controls panel is a useful reminder of the button layout for the devices you're currently using. Now try to find and open the camera panel in the toolbar.
I opened it. Isn't this... What am I... Open the camera panel in the toolbar. Isn't that what I opened? Oh, this.
The camera panel allows you to access the various views and camera modes of the simulation. Go ahead and close all the panels for now.
There is a lot in this game, Crimson
Primary
Knights.
means
A
of
lot.
controlling the aircraft. In the simulation, you will be controlling the aircraft with your peripherals of choice. So, let's hide the yoke for now.
Primary action lockable. With the cursor, point the yoke and hide it, pressing. What? Yoke visibility, okay.
All right, as we've seen, when you want to look around you, it's easy to rotate the camera. But you can also move it freely in a cockpit to get a better view.
There's so
of
many
anything you wanna
buttons.
see. Even through a window to look outside.
Move the camera.
Now, reset the camera to its original position.
Shift space.
All right,
Okay.
that covers
That's
all
good
the
to
main
know.
camera functions available in the simulation. Try to familiarize yourself with them a bit more, then reset the camera to its original position whenever you're done. Great.
Congratulations, training complete. We aced it. Woo! Okay. 100%. Straight A student. Look at us. All right, let's see. Matt said, Marshall said if you do the Dr. Dre contract 8 times, you'll have enough, but you would have to own an agency. Yeah. I don't got time for that. I'm too busy learning how to fly a plane. Leah said, not a problem at all. How was your day last night with that lovely wife of yours? Do you guys have a great time last night? We did, actually. Thank you for asking, Leah. We had a great time last night. We went out to a Korean barbecue / hot pot place, a new place near us. It was so good. Then after that, we went to see Gladiator 2 in theaters, and it also was really good. So we had a great night. It was a lot of fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, Crimson has officially disconnected from the chat.
John, I'm literally going down through chat trying to read it, man. How can you say I'm disconnected from I'm disconnected from the game? I'm disconnected from the game that I'm trying to play because I'm trying to read all your chats because everybody's always whining. Oh, Crimson, my chats! Read my chats, Crimson! You don't care about me, Crimson! You don't communicate, Crimson! How come you never read my chats, Crimson? I understand you're 1,500 feet in the air trying to learn how to fly a plane as you're flying it, but don't pay attention to that. Pay attention to me! My chats! I don't know, it's just... that's just what I heard in the chat rooms on YouTube and Twitch. That's just what I was hearing. I don't know, it's weird. Let's flip over to Twitch, see what Sabi's got to say for himself. It says VR insane games are half... John Cena's late to his own introduction. Alright, it says, in this tutorial, you will learn about the yoke, which controls the aircraft's ailerons and elevator axes, the rudder pedals, which controls the aircraft's yaw axis, and the throttle and RPM indicator. Alright, so, we'll do this in a second. I was just trying to read. It says, VR, No Man's Sky VR, this game, Resident Evil 7, Sam Fusion. Those would be good. Dogpool, welcome, man. He says, Flight Simulator, WTF? Up until now, by the way, every time Dogpool's come into the
for
chat...
everyone! You get a hug, and you get a hug, and you get a hug! Everybody gets a hug!
Do they all get hugs, though? John and Maddie can hand out the hugs, because I'm not handing out the hugs.
Hello everyone, J07 has joined the chat.
Okay. But yeah, welcome, Dogpool. He's been complaining that I haven't been playing Flight Simulator. Now I finally am. And yeah, I would have to buy the DLC. I feel like there's a 95% chance that the Elden Ring DLC is going to end up being Game of the Year. And that annoys me. Alright, let's see. So anyways, I was telling you guys about our date night last night. That was a lot of fun. John said, good. In like 2 to 3 weeks, I'm moving into an apartment with 3 bedrooms, a kitchen, a bathroom, and a living room. Top floor of an 1800s house. Woo! That's awesome, John. So you're going to have all 3 bedrooms. All 3 bedrooms, man. That's great. What are you going to do with the different rooms? Matt said, Marshall also said, if you have agency and auto shop, just keep flipping back and forth between Dr. Dre and Union Depository. I don't think I have... Actually, maybe I do. I don't remember what I have. I don't think I have an agency. I think I do have an auto shop. Sabi says, the DLC is pretty good. I love it. Apparently. Except that I hate that game. Torturing me. Stream the Game Awards for you? What's the day and time of the Game Awards? Is that is that scheduled?
Let's get you familiar with the aircraft. A Cessna
Stream it right
172,
now!
and a few commands to navigate it through the skies. In front of you is the yoke. The yoke is like a steering wheel.
Yes, I know.
Turn it left or right to control the ailerons and bank the aircraft into turns.
Do you guys see how like it twitches?
Turning the yoke to see the effect on the ailerons.
Whoa. Can't see anything past your head.
Okay. Now, the difference between the yoke and a steering wheel is you can pull or push on the yoke. This controls the elevator at the back of the aircraft to make it climb or descend. Look at the horizontal stabilizer while you pull on the yoke. You can see how it affects the elevator. Nice.
I feel like the yoke is just so jerky.
They steer the aircraft when you're on the ground. The upper part of the pedals also control your brakes. In the air, they control the rudder at the end of the vertical stabilizer to yaw the aircraft. This is mostly for small corrections. For coordinating turns or compensating for a plane's tendency to pull left during takeoffs and climbs. Look at the vertical tail while operating the pedals to see the effect on the rudder.
Move the rudder by holding Q and E. Alright, so what am I supposed to look at here? It wants me to look back here. And then it's saying Q.
Great.
E. Okay.
Last but not least, the throttle is located near the center of the cockpit. Pushing forward will increase power. Pulling back will decrease power. First, look at the throttle and select it. Keep it selected and push it forward to increase power.
That's cool. You can, like, actually grab it. Dude, this would be a great game for VR.
Power is decreased. Now we'll do the same without focusing on it. Deselect the throttle. Look away from the throttle and increase power. Set your throttle to idle.
Hold F, okay.
Excellent. When the engine is on, you'll be able to see the power change on your RPM indicator. You will find it on your PFD screen in the top left corner.
Indeed. I see it.
This tells you how fast the engine is spinning in hundreds of revolutions per minute. Next, take a look at your current speed on the airspeed indicator. It's on the left on your PFD screen. It measures the speed in knots.
Right.
To check your altitude, look to the altimeter. It's on the right on your PFD screen.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Not all aircraft have integrated screens with all this information. A lot of them rely on analog instruments. You can find the analog versions of the airspeed indicator and the altimeter just above the throttle. They're respectively on the left and right.
All right, so what is this? All right, so this is airspeed. That's the altimeter. Okay.
The analog altimeter has 3 hands similar to a clock. The long, thick pointer indicates 100-foot intervals. The short, thick one is 1,000-foot intervals. And the long, thin one counts 10,000-foot intervals. That's all for today. Next time, we'll see how it feels in the air.
Okay. All right. The yolk is the best part of the egg, says Dogpool. All right, Sabi said the Game Awards... Wait, you guys are telling me different things. Oh, for me, Eastern Time, December 12th, 7:30 p.m. All right, give me a second. Let's see. See what my schedule is. December 12th at night. I think I should be able to do that. So December 12th evening, yes, I should be able to stream the Game Awards. All right, we'we've done these trainings. We've done sim controls. Okay, and it gave us an A grade. We did aircraft essentials. All right, let's do a little bit more training here, Crimson Knights. John said, I'm living in one. One's a spare, and one my brother is living in. Okay, so you're living with your brother. That's cool. This says, in this tutorial, you will learn the basics of attitude management. Attitude refers to the aircraft's nose position relative to the horizon, be it through pitch or roll. In the image to the right, the lines represent the horizon's position when ascending or descending. Oh, I see. So these are like some pre-things that you can look at. Okay. I'm starting to get this.
To help demonstrate pitch, I've drawn 3 lines on the windshield. Notice how the middle line matches the horizon while we're flying level? This is the cruise attitude. The lower dotted line is the climb attitude, and the upper one is the descent attitude. Let's dig deeper into what that means. Pull back gently on the yoke until the climb attitude line matches the horizon. Then maintain that attitude.
Uh-oh. I messed up, guys!
Your altimeter. We're gaining altitude. But we're losing airspeed, proving you can't avoid basic physics while making a climb. That's good. Keep working on it, you'll get better. Now, let's level back out. Go ahead and gently pull back on the yoke. Our speed is increasing and our altitude is stable. When the climb attitude line matches the horizon, maintain that attitude. That's good. That's okay. Push gently on the yoke until the descent attitude line matches the horizon.
She's trying to crash
Then
us.
Maintain that attitude. Go ahead and gently pull back on the yoke. As expected, with a nose-down attitude, our altitude is decreasing while our speed is picking up. When the climb attitude line matches the horizon, maintain that attitude. That's good. Keep working on it, you'll get better.
I don't know what she wants me to do. I thought I'm looking at the mission steps up in the corner. I thought I was saying I was done.
And your altitude is stable. Go ahead and gently pull back on the yoke. Nice. That's good. That's okay. When the climb attitude line matches the horizon, maintain that attitude. I think a bit more practice may be a good idea.
What did you said?
Try to make only small adjustments to your pitch to avoid overcorrection.
I don't know what she wants me to do. You said pull back on the yoke. She's telling me to pull up. Meanwhile, the mission is telling me to, like, level off. It doesn't make sense. I blame the instructor. I blame the instructor for this. All right, this was not my fault. Dogpool said, will you be playing the Elden Ring DLC? Nah, my boy. I do not want to do that. Like, I really don't. What I want to do, I want to finish Alan Wake 2. I want to play Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I want to play Final Fantasy 14. And then I want to play, like, Monster Hunter Wilds when that comes out. Like, I'd like to play Nier Automata. You know? Like, that's what I want to do. I don't want to waste more of my mental health playing Elden Ring. I don't want to. I blame the instructor. Like, I feel like in that mission, it's possible I'm wrong, but I felt like what the instructor was saying with her words and then the mission thing up in the corner were saying different things. So I was like, what am I supposed to do? All right, what's the next training? Roll training. Maddie said, auto shops are double money this week, so now the best one is paying out $600K every time you do it. Oh my gosh. But what is, that's like, is it basically a whole heist? Like a multi-step thing, Maddie? Turn attitude. Dogpo, you playing Flight Simulator at all? You gonna check it out? Or have you already?
For this lesson,
time to do a barrel roll.
To indicate the crew's attitude.
I don't think my instructor's gonna like that.
I've also added another dotted line to help you bank properly for left turns. Gently move the yoke to the left until the dotted line matches up with the horizon. Then maintain that bank.
I just feel like it jerks around using this keyboard.
That's good. Watch your altitude. It wasn't constant during the turn. Now, let's see you level back out.
Oh, I can level back out. Don't even worry about that, Karen.
All right.
Does she have an actual name? I haven't been paying attention.
Step,
nope, her name's just instructor.
Let's see how you do on your own without any markings. You can see a series of notches representing 10-degree increments on the attitude indicator part of your PFD. As a general rule, you always want to keep your turns under 30 degrees.
Okay, don't go over 30 degrees in a Cessna.
Start banking right until you're lined up with the second notch to the right on the attitude indicator. Then, maintain that 20-degree bank while remaining at the same altitude until I ask you to stop.
Okay, that's cool. 20-degree bank.
Nice.
Nice.
Level us back out now.
No! I don't want to go this way.
Great. Small corrections on the yoke will lead to more accurate turns.
All right, that was easy. Easy. Oh my gosh, we were so close to an A. So close. She's a tough grader, man. Sabi said, Crimson Stalker 2 is a huge success in the AAA industry after a long heck of a progress that devs are unable to believe. Am I playing Stalker 2 and what are my thoughts on it so far? I just did the one stream. I don't really want to play it anymore. I didn't particularly like it. Like, I'd rather play Fallout 76. That's why we played Fallout 76 the other day. Personally. Dogpool said, no, I haven't played it. Like Crimson, I have too many games started, not enough finished. I feel like Dogpool gets through way more games than I do. I got a 68, not a 69% on the left turn score. Dogpool said, I have Halo 3, Frostpunk, Mafia 2, AC Unity, The Forest, BG3 going at the moment. The Forest is a game that I've wanted to check out before. All right, what is this? In this tutorial, you will learn about the relationship between RPM and throttle management. Maintain a consistent cruise attitude. Increase RPM, seeing the effects that power changes have on airspeed and altitude. All right, I know these trainings are probably a little bit boring, but I think it's helpful to learn how to play the game.
Then the throttles for you. Full control over the power up.
Oh, I've got the need for speed. Oh, I've got it.
In the Cessna 172, that relates directly to the RPM displayed on the tachometer on the PFD.
Yeah.
Pull back on the throttle to reduce RPM to 1800.
Okay. RPM, where's my RPM?
Pull back on the throttle. You want to reduce RPM to 1800.
Yeah, but where is my RPM? That's what I'm confused about. All right. That's my airspeed. Like, do I have to like look down at this?
Pull back on the throttle. You want to reduce RPM to 1800.
Where is my RPM? I don't want to pull it back so far.
Look how your speed and altitude are also decreasing.
Yeah, I don't know where my RPM is, man.
Excellent. Okay, let's throttle back up to 2,400 RPM.
Where's my stinking RPM? Oh, it's over there. Hold on. All right, we gotta go down. Okay.
Push the throttle to reach 2,400 RPM. Your speed is increasing now.
Okay, I see my RPMs on the other screen. It's right here.
Altitude will keep climbing as well.
I didn't see that it was on the other screen. I didn't realize I should be looking at the other screen.
Keep working on it. You'll get better.
Shut up, Karen. You didn't tell me you moved my RPM to the other screen.
Practice getting comfortable with the relationship between the throttle and RPM.
I might get a C on this. I might be getting a C. Sabi says, I have over 60 games now, returning back to Skyrim to explore now after the Proteus speed runs. Time to relax. I still got a B. That's good enough. I'll take the B. I don't know why it didn't like my increased throttle. I guess it went too far. Marshall and Bailey have a farm over 200 million to 400 million from this week. Oh my gosh. How are Marshall and Bailey playing so many video games? Like, they're level like 1 million in Fortnite. They've got hundreds of millions of dollars in GTA Online. How? Maneuver test. Maintain different attitudes. Combine climbs, level flight, descent, and turns. Manage power settings. This could be complicated, Crimson Knights. This one could get a little complicated. Sabi's saying that I failed or whatever. Dogpool said, yeah, I counted my Steam library. I have like 130 games, only played 40 of them. I have to make it through some of that before I think about picking up more new games. See, that's kind of where I'm at, man. Like, I honestly am fine not being excited about Stalker 2. Because then it's like one less game that I really need to play through. Instead, I can just like play the games that I already have, try to finish them, not start a new game. You know? That's kind of where I'm at.
The art of maneuvering a plane through the air isn't a mystery to you anymore. Now
The free Juice World skin is available in Fortnite item shop. Make sure to pick it up.
We're cruising at 6,000 feet
And make sure to pick up, or make sure to use code MOON, M-U-N-E, for all your purchases in the Fortnite item shop in the Epic Games Store.
Maintaining a northerly heading. While descending, reduce throttle to avoid overspeed. If your speed is in the yellow section of the airspeed indicator, it means you are overspeeding. Reduce throttle to idle and pull gently on the yoke to slow down. While descending, reduce throttle to avoid overspeed. That's okay.
She's like, you suck.
Now, climb to 6,000 feet and turn to a south heading. On the Cessna,
Use Crimson's referral code for $5 off G Fuel. Alright, we're trying to get up to 6,000 feet.
Climb when you're ready.
Yeah, I am climbing, Karen. You just calm down, alright? I'm flying the plane. Trying to turn this thing around.
You can start the climb when you're ready.
Okay, Karen, you are getting on my nerves.
You put your plane in a dangerous situation.
What are you talking about?
Now, climb to 6,000 feet and turn to a south heading. On the Cessna 172, you need full power to climb effectively. You put your plane in a dangerous situation.
Alright, I don't know what happened there.
Now, climb to 6,000 feet and turn to a south heading.
Alright, I'm trying to get that south heading.
172, you need full power to climb effectively. You put your plane in a dangerous situation.
What are you talking about?
Now, climb to 6,000 feet and turn to a south heading. On the Cessna 172, you need full power to climb effectively.
Like, I am climbing, and I'm trying to turn around. We're getting close to 6,000 feet. And I'm almost south here. Boom. Gosh. Oh, shoot. All right.
Nice.
Yeah, I know it's nice, Karen.
All right. Next exercise.
That's her name now. It's driving me
Maintain your
nuts.
heading of 180 degrees. Stay at 6,000 feet and adjust your airspeed to 80 knots.
Well, how am I going to do that?
Go ahead and reduce your speed.
All right, we need to go down. Oh, shoot.
You put your plane in a dangerous situation.
Oh, my gosh. You don't let us have any fun here.
All right. Next exercise. Maintain your heading of 180 degrees, stay at 6,000 feet, and adjust your airspeed to 80 knots. You put your plane in a dangerous situation.
Honestly,
all right, next exercise.
Flying on a keyboard is pretty tough. It doesn't feel as natural to me.
6,000 feet, and adjust your airspeed to 80 knots. That's okay.
What do you mean it's okay?
Straight and level flight to better manage your speed and altitude. You did well, but you can do better.
You can always do better, Karen. You can always do better. Maddie said Fortnite and GTA 5 are all they've been playing recently. Fair enough. I feel like they must have a good bit of time for gaming, though. Alright, so let's go back to the HQ, Crimson Knights. Alright, so there's still a lot of trainings that we could go through. But I think it'd be kind of interesting to try to actually get to the, like, you know, the exam. What do you think, Crimson Knight? Should I try to finish these trainings and then take the exam? And then maybe we mess around with some other stuff? Alright, pre-flight. Every good flight starts on the ground. Preparing your aircraft and taking all the necessary precautions is essential for every pilot, regardless of experience. Today we'll learn how to do that. Alright.
Hello. Today we're going to go
Hello.
over all the steps that precede turning on your engine. Those steps are essential to ensure your aircraft's integrity and that everything is in order for a smooth and seamless flight. First of all, stretch your legs a bit and take a look at your aircraft and your surroundings. We never took much time to look at our aircraft from the outside, so take your time if you want to inspect it.
That's pretty realistic looking over there, huh?
You might have noticed some extra bits on your aircraft. These are the covers and chocks. Covers are installed when the plane is not in use and are meant to avoid damaging its sensitive parts. Chocks are there to immobilize the
I don't want to
aircraft.
damage my sensitive
You'll need
parts.
to remove them before takeoff.
Remove the pilot tube cover. Oh, yeah.
And we're done for the outside. Now that we're sure your aircraft is functional and ready to taxi, let's check the inside. Let's get to the matter at hand. You've been given an EFB, also referred to as an electronic flight bag. It's a tablet that
EFB,
stores
electronic
critical
flight bag.
information and is the ideal tool to prepare your flight plans and enhance your piloting experience. Open it and take a look. Feel free to follow a quick guided tour of its features.
Open the EFB with tab.
The EFB features an interactive map, a flight plan editor, aircraft and current flight information, a nav log as well as fuel and payload options. The EFB has plenty to offer, but if you want to get directly into the action, you can turn it off after you finish the quick tour.
Dogpool said, do it like the cops do. Skip all the training and just go right out into the field. Oh, Dogpool. Dogpool. All right. This is your EFB, electronic flight bag. It will accompany you during your flights. With it, you can plan a flight, use checklists, check information about your flight, and so much more. Let's take a quick tour. The Atlas app. Here you can plan your next flight, check a navigation map, check airports information and charts. Here you can check your flight performances, use checklists, and have access to your aircraft documents in the aircraft app. Pilot Book app. Here you can view some of your flight statistics and access your logbook. Settings. Here you can manage your preferences and parameters for the EFB. From here, you will access and manage all of your EFB applications. This really is what people do. They like bring a little tablet with them. Pilots just use tablets these days.
It seems like we're all clear on the checklist. Now start this pretty bird up.
Start the engine, Control E.
Now that we've covered all the preparations, let's get to the good stuff. shall we?
So you can do quick start with Control E, which just runs through the whole checklist, or you can actually go through the checklist to start the thing up. Why is it saying I got a B? I got 100%! Taxiing is an essential skill to master before flying with your aircraft. Before taking off, planes need to follow taxiways to get from their dedicated parking spots to the runway. In this training session, you will learn to maneuver on these paths. Here we go.
Let's take a moment to talk about taxiing.
Okay.
Taxiing refers to moving the aircraft on the ground under its own power. In particular, getting from the ramp out to the hold short point on the edge of the runway. Steering on the ground is managed through the rudder pedals. That's right, unlike driving a car, we turn by using our feet. Okay, ready? With the throttle idle, release your parking brake.
Parking brake. Okay.
Okay. Now, gently increase throttle to get the aircraft moving. Go easy on your throttle. Use your rudder pedal to turn left and enter the taxiway. Increase throttle to gain forward momentum, and then reduce RPM accordingly to match a fast walking speed while taxiing.
Uh-oh.
Now, test the brakes.
What brakes? Hold square to brake? Okay.
Good. Brakes checked.
Brakes checked, baby.
Taxi to the next exit, then come to a stop. Remember to control your speed with throttle and brakes. See the crossing in front of us. Stop before. Unfortunately,
I did not see that. I did not see that crossing. You told me too late.
Taxi to the next exit, then come to a stop. Remember to control your speed with throttle and brakes. See the crossing in front of us. Stop before it, as if traffic was coming off the runway.
How much RPM I gotta do? Why are we not moving?
Watch your speed. Unfortunately, one of your wheels crossed out of the taxiway.
All right, we're struggling a little bit here.
To the next exit, then come to a stop. Remember to control your speed with throttle and brakes. See the crossing in front of us. Stop before it, as if traffic was coming off the runway.
This is harder than flying. We're having more trouble taxiing than flying. Do 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 do. We did it.
Unfortunately, one of your wheels crossed out of the taxiway. All right, taxi to holding point Alpha 1 next. It's at the far end of the airport, near the head of runway 21.
See, she doesn't even know what she's talking about.
Center, marked by the yellow line. And watch your speed.
We're gonna do this, Crimson Knights. Don't worry. We totally got this.
After the right turn, come to a stop before the hold short point, in prep for takeoff. That was good taxiing. The next challenge
did
is
it!
to keep the aircraft under control while at full throttle for takeoff.
We did it, Crimson Knights. Oh, look at that, Sabi. 69%, baby. 69% on the taxiing. He'll be happy about that. There's nothing like the thrill of taking flight. Takeoff requires a pilot's full attention. All the key steps for this maneuver will be covered in this tutorial. This training session is dedicated to get you off the ground and into the skies. I like the peacefulness of this game, though. It's chill, you know? It's nice.
There's an old saying I like: a mile of road will take you a mile. A mile of runway will take you anywhere. Taking off isn't hard, but there are a few key points to remember.
I like that saying.
First, we always take off into the wind, which won't be an issue on a calm day like today.
Why would you
Second,
take off into the
before we
wind?
enter a runway, we always make sure it's clear.
Oh, I guess
Check
that's
to the
helpful,
right
actually.
To see if a vehicle is on the runway. And to the left, to make sure no other planes are approaching.
Check left and right. I don't see
Runway numbers
nothing.
are not arbitrary. Each number matches the first two number of the runway's compass bearing. rounded
There's
to the
deer
nearest
running
10.
around on this.
For example, a runway orientated towards the north would be numbered 36, which is 360 degrees on a compass. Everything looks good, no cross traffic. Go ahead and taxi into position. Now slowly taxi onto the runway and align the plane with the center line. Then stop your plane just after the number 21.
Oh, I went too fast. Okay. Reset me! How do I reset?
Let's position the plane for takeoff.
I mean, you gotta just reset me at this point.
Keep working on it. You'll get better.
Okay.
All right, let's do this. Apply full power, and I'll walk you through the takeoff as we go.
As we go. Okay. Yeah, that seems good. Full power, baby.
Use your rudder to stay on the center line, and keep pushing power until you reach 55 knots.
Roger that, Karen. We're pushing power full throttle. Heading up to 55 knots, Karen. 55 knots, 55 burgers, 55 wings, 55 fries.
Good. Now, gently pull back on the yoke.
Roger that, Karen. Oh, God! This runway is not even.
And we're airborne.
We did it though. Climbed to 5,500 feet. 55,000 feet! 5,500 feet!
That'll pitch us up and set a good climb attitude. Maintain 75 knots, and we'll reach our target altitude of 5,500 feet in no time. Focus on flying straight. Use your rudders to remove the left yaw plane as when climbing. You can see your current yaw input by looking at the MFD's slip skid indicator. Okay, 5,500 feet. You've reached your target altitude. Good job.
Nailed it, Crimson Knights. We did it. Dogpool said, blow up your jet. I don't even have a jet, man. I'm just in a Cessna. Okay? All right, landing yoke management. This could be tough. We might blow ourselves up on this one. In this landing tutorial, we'll focus on using the yoke. There will be no need to actuate your throttle or flaps on this one. To perform proper landing, the aircraft's speed and rate of descent are reduced to allow for a gentle touch. Here we go. We're gonna see if we can
For this
land this
exercise,
thing.
I want you to focus on the yoke only. We're close enough to the runway to land safely without adding any throttle.
Okay.
Maintain a speed of around 65 knots. Pitch down if you're going too slow. Pitch up if you're too fast. Keep your airspeed at 65 knots. When you're 10 feet above the runway, it's time to flare. To flare means to raise the nose of the aircraft to slow your descent for a softer landing, but without ever leveling off or climbing. The main landing gear will touch down before the nose wheel does.
I feel like this has me overshooting the thing. This has me overshooting the runway, I feel like. No? Okay, maybe not. I don't know. It feels like I'm overshooting the runway.
500.
We're coming up on flare height. Resist the temptation to pull back. Now, focus on the end of the runway and pull back slightly on the yoke to aim the nose just above it.
Yeah, I aimed it way above it.
Nice. Now, apply the brakes progressively to slow us down and bring the plane to a stop. Use rudder pedals to stay on the center line. Well done. But there's room for improvement.
Yay!
Keep in mind that approaching the runway at the right speed is key to a good landing.
We did it! Yoki dokie! Stole that from Dogpool. Yoki dokie! Alright, what's next? Landing throttle management. Oh gosh, okay. Second tutorial. Landing tutorial allowed you to focus on throttle management. Throttle adjustments will allow you to manage the aircraft's glide path on final approach without having to rely on the elevator. Even if you're focused on throttle, do not hesitate to make small corrections with the yoke to stay aligned with the runway. All right.
In the first part of this landing exercise, I want you to stay on the glide path by using the throttle. You can make small corrections with the yoke to stay aligned with the runway. Smooth action on the throttle is key for remaining on the correct glide path. If you find yourself too high, reduce your power. If you're too low, increase it. Remember though, always make soft corrections. You don't want to overcompensate.
I'm not overcompensating for anything. Oh God, I'm overcompensating. I'm overcompensating.
Reduce throttle to idle. Now, focus on the end of the runway and pull back slightly on the yoke to aim the nose just above it. Nice. Now, apply the brakes to slow us down and bring the plane to a stop.
Look at that, guys.
Excellent.
I know it is. I'm awesome. Look at this. Crimson Pilot, baby. Crimson Knights, thank you for being here. Thank you for liking the video and being subscribed, join, followed on the channel on YouTube and on Twitch. I hope you're enjoying this stream, my very first stream of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. We're playing it on the PC Game Pass on my super souped up Crimson PC that I got from CyberPower PC in exchange for a lot of money. Pretty sweet deal I got. Landing, takeoff, and landing. What goes up must come down. In this training session, we'll focus on the key techniques for successful landings. Manage speed and glide path on final approach. Flare the aircraft to touch down smoothly. Brake after landing to end the flight safely.
My first instructor used to say, the best part of flying is landing in one piece.
That's not true.
You're in charge of bringing us in for a safe landing. And
The best part of flying is the flying part.
At 65 knots with 20 degrees of flaps. Keep your aim point on the runway threshold. When you're 10 feet above the runway, it's time to flare.
Whoops. I messed up. All right, we gotta align with that runway, though. We do gotta be aligning with that runway, though. Coming in kind of low here.
Reduce throttle to idle. Now, focus on the end of the runway and pull back slightly on the yoke to aim the nose just above it. Nice. Now, apply the brakes progressively to slow us down and bring the plane to a stop. Use rudder pedals to stay on the center line. You did well.
Boom!
You can do better.
Why you say that every time? Can't you just be like, hey, great job?
At the right speed is key to a good landing.
Why can't she ever just be like, hey, great job, I'm really proud of you? You know, she's always got to be like, you can do better. I do better. All right, how many more trainings we got here? She said, you suck. Do better. All right, we got 2 more trainings and then the test. All right, 2 more trainings and then the test. This is going to be interesting. This training session covers the procedures to be performed while flying in a left-hand traffic pattern from the downwind leg to final approach. Traffic pattern is also called circuits or paths to be followed on takeoff and landing, allowing air traffic to move in and out of airports safely. Each part of the pattern is referred to as a leg. All right, here we go.
Okay, we're currently flying on the downwind leg at the standard traffic pattern altitude of 6,000 feet. It's a flight path parallel to the landing runway, but in the opposite direction. In downwind, you want to start preparing for landing. That means setting your speed and flaps configuration. We are passing the end of the runway, so go ahead and reduce RPM to 1700. It will help you to slow you down to 80 knots and begin your descent. The flaps provide extra lift at the expense of additional drag. This extra lift allows flying at a lower airspeed. Flaps allow for smoother and shorter landings. Go ahead and extend 10 degrees of flaps, all while maintaining current speed.
Extend increments of flaps by pressing B?
We will turn to the base leg when the end of the runway is at a 45-degree angle behind us. Turn left onto the base leg.
Turning left.
Try to keep our speed around 75 knots. Keep an eye on the runway as we get ready for our final turn.
How?
Turn left onto final.
Oh, okay. Now, how come when I...
left turn onto final.
Oh, okay. Final approach and landing, baby.
65 knots airspeed and prepare for landing. Use throttle and flaps as required to adjust the glide slope.
I feel like I missed something with the whole flaps thing. Land on runway 21. think I flared too early. Ah, that's not what you want to do. Whoops. I forgot to kill the throttle. I forgot to kill the throttle. This is fine. Let's just get back on the runway. This is fine. This is totally fine. Don't worry, Karen. Don't worry. We got this under control, Karen. We're still plenty of runway in front of us, Karen. Just how we drew it up, Karen. Perfect.
You followed the traffic pattern well. Good job.
That's the best compliment she's had for me, and it's literally the worst job I've done tonight. I went off the runway, like... Okay. I don't think Karen is paying any attention to what we're doing here. Alright, I think this is the last training. First solo flight. And then we got the test. She is just effing with me, Dogpool. Alright, it says, you've trained for this, now it's time to show off your skills, channel all your aviation know-how, and complete a standard traffic pattern without any assistance from your instructor. Stay relaxed, operate your aircraft safely, and enjoy your flight. Welcome on board the first solo flight of Crimson Moon, the Crimson Knights. We're on board a Cessna ASXS Skyhawk. ASXGS Skyhawk. We're in the middle of nowhere and everybody's far away in case we crash on top of them.
I'll be watching from the ground.
Sit back, keep your seatbelts on, and enjoy the flight.
Your goal is to complete Sedona's left-hand traffic pattern on your own. Remember everything we covered in our previous sessions, and you'll be just fine. Good luck. See you on the other side.
Thanks, Karen. Maddie said, when you do good, horrible compliments. When you do bad, great job. I don't understand this. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. All right, here we go. Throttle up. Throttle up, Crimson Knights. Seriously, you better have a parachute, too. That's what I recommend. Get your parachute ready. Buckle up. We got to get our airspeed up to 55 knots. 55 knots, 55! Alright, now we're going to start gently taking off. Okay. 65 knots. Going up, we got to reach 5,300 feet altitude. Pretty much there. Okay. Now we're gonna level off here. Turn left to begin crosswind leg. Okay. You can see on that map, up in the left-hand corner, the little compass. It has our flight path that we're supposed to follow. Alright, now it wants us to go up to 5,700 feet. We're gaining some altitude. Got it. Now we got to turn left here. I'm glad it's still telling me a little bit what to do. Turn left for downwind leg. I feel like in this, 1 hour of training, we've actually gotten a lot better, wouldn't you say? All right, now it wants us to go up to 6,000 feet. Wants us to get up to 80 knots here. All right, we're hitting that 80 knots. Trying to get down to like 6,000 feet. We're going way too fast. Taking my RPM down. All right, now we're going to take a left-hand turn here. I'm locked in, Crimson Knights. All right, it says turn left for base leg. Reach the end of the base leg. And now we're turning left for the final approach. Okay, here we go. Let's go down to like 1700, something like that. 1700 RPM. All right. Coming in way too fast here. All right, let's kill the throttle. We're just gonna kill the throttle here. We're basically coming down, no power. Coming down, no power. Uh-oh. I thought I killed the power. Oh, God! We're crashing. What happened? Yeah, we did a lot better here, Crimson Knights. Honestly, I don't really know what happened, if the game's just glitching out on us a little bit here. Like, we didn't have any power.
I think a bit more practice may be a good idea. You're on your way to
Yes,
becoming
Karen.
one hell of a pilot.
That's the most accurate thing you have said so far. We did. I don't know. Anyway, let's go get our license. We got a C. Unsurprisingly. Alright, I don't care. I think, let's go for the exam. Do I have to pay for the exam? Like, what is this? 2,000 credits. Do I get 2,000 credits if I pass? Is that what it's saying? The exam cost is a one-time payment. You can retry it for free anytime. Okay, good. How do you get credits? All right, here we go. We're in the Cessna 172 Skyhawk. Time to pass your private pilot's license. This is your ticket into the world of aviation. For this practical test, you will need to complete a standard traffic pattern. Follow the flight plan, apply what you learned in your training, fly safely, and get your license. Traffic patterns are generally flown at an altitude of 1,000 feet AGL as opposed to MSL. Each section of the pattern is referred to as a leg. right, here we go, Crimson Knights. Wish me luck. God, I hope we don't crash. Oh.
It's time. Your first ever check ride. Start by removing the covers and chocks, then join me inside.
All right. Get those off. Get those off. Get those off. Get those off. Now get me in there. All right. Control E.
Rely on what you have learned in your trainings, and you'll be fine.
I don't know where to taxi
now, show me
to.
the best traffic pattern that you've got.
Press the enter button to announce taxi. Okay,
Victor
so it'll
Echo
show
Bravo,
us.
Alpha Traffic Cessna Victor Tango. Golf Papa Yankee is taxiing to runway tree 6.
I'm Golf Papa Yankee. Golf Papa Yankee. Okay, great. I'm not doing well. Okay, I failed something. We're just going for it. I don't care. What is happening? Oh my! Hold on. Let's restart. Let's restart. My yoke was pulled to the left. That's why that was happening. I didn't realize that the yoke was pulled to the left. Dogpool said, Crimson, I was watching a documentary on North Korea and the gender war over there. Wild.
Removing the covers and chocks, then join me inside.
Dude, North Korea is not a place I would wish on anybody.
Your goal is to complete a left-hand traffic pattern, respecting the flight path and all required speeds. Rely on what you have learned in your trainings and you'll be fine. Now, show me the best traffic pattern that you've got.
Victor Echo Bravo, Alpha Traffic Cessna Victor Tango. Golf Papa Yankee is taxiing to runway tree 6.
All right, this is only like 1,200 RPM, so we don't need to get all the way up to 1,700. That was way too fast. Let's keep our speed slow. Looks like the Ravens should be about to win. Okay, now I gotta announce myself.
Victor Echo Bravo, Alpha Traffic Cessna Victor Tango. Golf Papa Yankee, taking off runway tree 6 left, closed traffic.
Golf Papa Yankee. All right, here we go, Crimson Knights. Remember, we're taking the exam right now, Crimson Knights, and if we can pass this, we will get our private pilot's license. That's the goal here. All right, so we're going over to runway 36. I guess we're just turning around. Is that what we're doing? All right, now it's saying take off. All right, so here we're gonna go. You ready, Crimson Knights? Here we go. Throttle, full throttle. We gotta get up to 55 knots. And now it's time to start taking off. It says climb to 500 feet, which ain't nothing. All right, we hit 500 feet. Now it says reach crosswind end and climb to 1,000 feet. Okay, so we hit 1,000 feet now. Maintain altitude at 1,000 feet. Reach downwind end. I don't know, Tyrell Manis came in here, but I don't know what they said or what. Oh, we gotta throttle down big time here. Going way too fast. Sorry guys, didn't realize.
Victor Echo Bravo Alpha Traffic Cessna, Victor Tango. Golf Papa Yankee 2 miles west 1,000 feet inbound to land runway tree 6.
It's funny how they say 3 is tree. Tree 6. 3, 6, tree 6. It'd be cool if I played this enough to actually be able to understand fully, like, what they're saying. You know? I sort of understand. Oh God. It's basically killing the throttle here.
Victor Echo Bravo Alpha Traffic Cessna, Victor Tango. Golf Papa Yankee, is on final runway tree 6 to land.
I'm not gonna make this. This feels tough. This feels a little tough. I don't know. Ah! We're dead. We needed to hit the start of that runway, man. We messed up.
Don't sink, 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 don't sink.
I don't think it wants me to sink.
Don't sink, 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 don't.
We're gonna hit the top of this tree. Okay. We did that. Now we're off the runway. Welcome back, Sabi. How's it going? You've got some gaming news. There's no way this is gonna pass me, right? Like, I majorly failed this, right? I'll pass and they'll say amazing job. Probably.
Victor Echo Bravo Alpha Traffic Cessna Victor Tango. Golf Papa Yankee is taxiing to parking.
Golf Papa Yankee coming in. That lady better get out of the way, or that dude. It looks like a lady, though. Set the parking brake. Control shift to complete shutdown procedure. Is that a 0? Control shift what? What is that? What is this? Oh, Control-Shift-E. Okay.
Congratulations.
It was telling me not the correct stuff, dude.
One hell of a pilot.
All right, how we do? Oh my gosh, dude, we got an A. Oh man, look at that. 100%, 98%, 98, 92. Pass with an A. Guess who just got their private pilot's license? Crimson Knights. Woo! This guy.
And his name is John C.
Wow, John. I just got my private pilot's license, and you took that opportunity to make it about you. Cool. Cool. We did it, Crimson Knights. Says, congratulations. We've passed our certification private pilot's license. Allows you to fly a single-engine airplane in good weather conditions and perform takeoffs and landings from land. Private pilots cannot fly aircraft for commercial purposes. We got the Textron Aviation Cessna 152, the Cessna 172 Skyhawk, the JMB Aircraft VL3, that looks nice, the Flight Design CTSL, and the Robin DR400 100 Cadet. It is invisible.
Congratulations on passing your PPL exam.
Thanks, Suresh.
Hopefully that's the first of many steps on your career path. Your PPL allows you to fly recreationally and begin to build up your flight hours. First flight missions are a great way to increase your experience. Let's go back to headquarters and review the specializations board to learn more.
Select here to view specializations.
As you can see, the career journey of a pilot can take many different paths. As I said earlier, your PPL is the first step, allowing you to fly recreationally and perform first flight missions, taking people on tours around the local area. As you build up your flight hours and earn more certifications, other specializations will become available. Take a look around. Then when you're ready, head to the missions list to
Dragons! I gotta get your other sound in there too, John. Oh, look at that. Tailwheel endorsement. The Robin Cap 10 is like a stunt plane. This looks nice too. The Viking Air Limited. Seems like things just aren't loading in, man. Cool stuff. All right, and then there's Rotorcraft. Oh my gosh, look at this. Archer Midnight? What the heck? Looks like a prereq is that you have to get to level 3 and you have to get your commercial pilot's license to do that. Interesting. So ferry flight, first flight. We did that. Ferry flight. How does this work? Specializations. Okay. Back to HQ. Okay, missions. Okay. That's what we want to look
at. On this map, you can see all the missions currently available to you. There's one mission currently available. Select it now.
Excuse me. All right. Sabi said, did you see that the PS5 prices are going scalping? PS5 Pro Anniversary 30th Edition Limited is $1,000. I mean, what I've seen is that you can currently get a PS5 digital edition for $375. It's like super cheap. If you get a PS5 Slim with a disc drive, it's $425, and then the PS5 Pro is $700 in the States right now. Sabi also said, Sony suffered $400 million money in making Concord the best of the best games ever made for game journalists who gave it a 9 out of 10. Same with Sparking Zero. First flight. Discovering Bali landscapes with familiar faces to the local club. Difficulty 1 star. It says 45 minutes though. It's a 45-minute flight. I don't want to lock in for a 45-minute flight. Marketplace. Now, is this like where you can buy different planes or something? Coming soon. Activities, flight training, low altitude. Looks like you can unlock some stuff. Red Bull Air Race, National Championship Air Races. You can do discovery. Let's try this low altitude. What's this? Grand Canyon low altitude. Pyrenees. Toyabe Canyon Sidewinder. This looks cool. All right, let's try this. Boeing FA-18E Super Hornet. World record 206,000 points. I'm just gonna crash, but that's cool. Let's try it out. We're getting in a fighter jet. I feel like my controls aren't working. I don't think my controls are working, Crimson Knights. I don't know what am I doing? Let's do a barrel roll. Woo! Now we're upside down. What are you supposed to do? Like, are we supposed to be like down in this canyon or something? Sabyasachi, 900 watch hours on the channel. Oh my gosh, crazy. Sabyasachi, thank you for 900 watch hours on the channel. Crimson Knights, I don't care if you're on Twitch, I don't care if you're on YouTube. Make sure to get some GGs, some moons in the chat for Sabyasachi. I don't know what I'm trying to do here. Pull up! I was gonna die. Like what? It says I got 1.8 million points and the world record is 200,000. And I didn't even do anything. I think the game's a little bit glitched. I don't know. I didn't do low altitude, so what? Oh, maybe. Okay. I see. I'm reading this wrong. You want the least amount of points possible. The lower altitude you are, the less points you get. And the lowest points is the best. Okay. All right, let's try this rally race. Let's try this. Let's do the... Let's try this. Hold on. Sabi says, thanks, Crimson. Time to hit 1,000 hours. Give 250 moon rocks to Sabyasachi for 900 watch hours on the channel. Thank you so much. So here's a question, Sabi. In 900 hours on the channel, what's your favorite memory? What have you learned the most about the Crimson Knights? Oh! I don't know how to fly this, dude. Gate missed. Yeah, how do you do this? I'm missing that gate. This is just really, really hard. Oh no! Like, how do you do this? I feel like there's no maneuverability, so I don't know. Am I doing something wrong here? I don't know. I'm not sure how you're supposed to get over to that gate. Like, how am I going, like, sideways right now? I mean, that's the closest I've gotten. I think playing this on mouse and keys just really doesn't work that well. All right, this ain't working. Let's try this one. Sabi said, my favorite memory is a lot, but if I were to say best, it's to enjoy with CrimsonMune, the amazing host, every time. Appreciate you too, Sabi. It's been nothing short of incredible having you be a part of the Crimson Knights. All these years, all these hours. Love having you around, Sabi. Thank you so much for being a part of the Crimson Knights. You really are great. Moon Mod, Crimson Knight.
Hugs for everyone. You get a hug, and you get a hug, and you get a hug.
Giving out hugs.
Everybody gets a hug.
The island looks like a footprint. I just really feel like I don't have that, like, smooth maneuverability, you know? I crashed again. All right. Ah! I can't do this. I can't even go straight. I need to get like a joystick if I'm gonna play this game anymore, I think. Oh, and then it just resets me. Over accounting. What? Did I hit the pole or something? It'd be so cool to be able to actually fly this, you know, even in the game. Like, just to actually get through all these gates, like, smoothly. That'd be awesome. Like, why does it keep, like, jerking me around like that? Oh, shoot. The next gate's over this way. I didn't even realize that. All right. It's starting me pointing at a tree. Missed. Boom! I'm terrible at this. Alright, I can't do this. I'm terrible. I'm terrible. We get the idea. Sabi said, thank you, Crimson. I'm pleased and honored to be with everyone. It's heartwarming every time. Discovery. Okay, that could be cool. Where could be fun? Mount Everest, that's cool. Mount Fuji. Let's go to... I don't know, what could be cool? Let's go to Bergen. With a population of nearly 300,000, Bergen is Norway's second largest city by population after the national capital, Oslo. Located in the nation's Vestland County, Bergen is centered on the Bergen Peninsula on the southeast shore of Bifjorden, a fjord that opens in the North Sea. Bergen was formally established in 1070 by Norwegian King Olav Kyrre. After it served as a trade center for decades, it's consistently stood as one of the most important cities in Norway since its founding, serving at one point as the nation's capital. Today, Bergen is an international center for the offshore petroleum and shipping industries, and it is a domestic focal point of finance, education, media, and tourism. Bergen's port is the busiest in Norway. Flanked by mountains, fjords, and islands, Bergen is one of the most beautiful urban centers in the world. It has garnered the nicknames Heart of the Fjords, Fjord Capital, and City of Seven Mountains. It experiences a relatively mild maritime climate with warm summers and cool winters due to its location on Norway's west coast and the influence of the Gulf Stream current. With an average of 200 precipitation days per year, Bergen is the rainiest city in Europe. This discovery flight begins south of Bergen, heads towards the central district. Along the flight path, enjoys stunning views that include stunning architectural feats, bridges that span the air's waterways, deep fjords, and towering mountains near and distant. Fly around Baldemar Station. See my house in Philly. I don't know, I thought it'd be fun to, like, check out something different, you know? Place I've never been. Alright, I guess let's try hitting one of these. Brigand? We'll fly around a little bit and then, yeah, I mean, I can try flying around Philly. Do a free flight around Philly. I mean, imagine this, though. This place looks absolutely beautiful. The main problem with it is probably that it rains so much. If it rains 200 days a year, that's a lot of rain. Now, I don't know how much total rainfall there actually is. But, man, this looks like a beautiful city. 300,000. It's not even that big. Population-wise. Look at all the 3D buildings. Look down there. You can see actual traffic. You can see cars driving around. All the individual trees, the buildings. There's like a lot rendering in this game. Pretty impressive. And presumably, since this is one of the sites that they highlighted, this is like really handcrafted, a handcrafted city. In terms of the models and everything. Like someone must have gone back over it. It's all Google Maps. But that's like part of what makes it so accurate is that these are like, all these buildings are real, you know? It is. It's Google Maps. The buildings are real. They're like to scale. They're accurate. They've got, you know, complex roofs on them. Purely airfield. How's this an airfield? It's like the shortest runway in the world? How beautiful this is, man. I understand what you're saying, Dogpool. It's not handcrafted. What I'm saying is, because this is highlighted as one of the, like, 30 cities for a discovery mission, my guess is that, you know, the developers would have taken special attention to make sure that this area looks, you know, really good, and it might be more handcrafted. Like, yes, it's all based on Google Maps and weather, you know, and all that kind of stuff. But what I'm saying is for the specific missions where it's like, you know, a discovery mission for a specific city or, you know, whatever, these very specific missions, in those areas, I think the devs have probably gone in and taken a more special look, knowing that those are one of the main locations that people would be visiting in the game. That's all I'm saying. And maybe they didn't, you know. But I would imagine, at least if I were them, and I were highlighting like 30 special locations across the world, you know, to go fly around and discover, I would look at those specific locations and, you know, just make sure they're top notch, you know. That's all I'm saying. All right, so this is a beautiful city of Bergen. So now let's compare this. Let's compare this to where I live. So this is, excuse me. It really is real time. That's funny.
Philadelphia Tower Cub Crafters, November 8, 2711, ready for straight out departure at runway 27 left.
Can you change the time of day?
November 82711, altimeter 29 decimal.
Like, could I change the time of day? And, like, other things like that, or no? Whoops. Alright, anyway. I don't know if we could change, like, the time of day. It'd be nice if you could. Oh, God. It'd be nice if you could. Alright, which way are we heading? We're heading west right now. Alright, so if you guys want to see Philly, it should be over this way. Landing gear. Alright, so Philly is over this way. Now think about like what we were just seeing compared to this. This place, just a bunch of lights. It's just absolute urban environment. No, you know, there are trees, but it's like pretty flat. Just very different from Bergen, right? Now, Philadelphia. Philadelphia is a city of, you know, 1.5 million people. I think the whole metro area is like 4 million, something like that. So we're heading right towards downtown Philly right now. Show you guys downtown Philly. DNL, how's it going, DNL? Good to see you. All right, so obviously,
leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
It's nighttime.
Philadelphia Tower Cub Crafters November 82711 frequency change.
It's nighttime.
Approach Cub Crafters November 82711 is
but here's the Philadelphia skyline.
Northeast of 56 Papa November 400 feet. Request flight following.
Cub Crafters November 82711 Philadelphia approach. Squawk 6424.
Squawk 6424 Cub Crafters 711.
These are some really tall buildings.
Cub Crafters 711 radar contact. 1 mile southeast of 4 Papa, Sierra 7300 feet. Altimeter 29.902.
Roger, Cub Crafters 711.
We're gonna fly right between some of the most iconic buildings. On the right, coming up, are kind of like twin towers that are very iconic to the Philadelphia skyline. Then on the left, you have the Comcast building, which is the tallest building in Philadelphia that we just passed by. Down here, I don't know if you guys can see that. Right down below us, there's the art museum. That's the famous Rocky steps, where he runs up the steps in the Rocky movie. So that's the art museum right there. DNL says, Philly has great legends. Fresh Prince, Broad Street Bullies, Rocky Balboa, the Philly cheesesteak. Would love to see it someday, he says. Seems like there's an unrealistic tree over there. I think we're passing over the University of Pennsylvania right now. Yeah, I think this is the University of Pennsylvania we just passed over. Pretty sure. Again, it's a little hard to tell at night. Yeah, I mean, I love Flight Simulator. I think I am finding that it would be really nice to have, like, an actual joystick to play this game. Because playing on my, playing just on the mouse and keys, flying from the mouse and keys feels clunkier. It doesn't feel as good. Sabi said, Crimson, be warned, if you recreate the 9/11 event, your account will get banned from the game. Yeah, I'm not planning to do that. I will say, though, back in the day when I had Flight Simulator, well, I guess back in the day when 9/11 happened, I had Flight Simulator, and I did use my Flight Simulator to sort of you know, fly around New York and see just, I don't know. It was like a way to sort of try to connect with what had happened. It's like going to the Flight Simulator, fly around New York after 9/11, understand a little bit of what that could have been like. The crazy thing is, and I'll get off this topic in a second, but 9/11 I think it was in late July 2001, my whole family and I, we were all in the World Trade Center, and we were all in the top floor, like the observation deck as tourists and whatever. And we were up there, and my mom was freaking out. She was like, what happens if a plane hits the building? And we were like, stop being weird and, like, freaking out. A plane's not going to hit the building, you know? Just enjoy being here and looking out. And then, like, 5 weeks later, 9/11 happened. We're like, oh my gosh, like, that easily could have been us. And my mom was, her crazy fears turned out to not be that crazy. So. Alright, so my house is basically out here somewhere. Out here somewhere in the Philly area. TNL said, for sure, a flight stick and the awesome headset with the aviator sunglasses, sign me up. Dude, I should have worn some aviators. I didn't even think about that for tonight. I should have worn some aviators. Missed opportunity. Well, maybe next time. The pins, I think all these pins are like helipads and airports. So I think, like, for instance, this one right here. Let's see. This one right here is the Crozier Chester Medical Center. And you can see in the pin, it's like an H. So I think it must be like the hospital helipad. Now, let's go look over here. Like, what is this? Is that just a reflection in the water? Or is that the bridge? Maybe this is the bridge. I wonder if the bridge doesn't render well. We'll end this in a second. I also don't know what just happened. I think on the left that might be Boeing. It's a little hard to tell where we are right now. I think it's crazy that there are legitimately vehicles driving around. So I think this weird thing here must be the bridge. There's a bridge across the river, the Delaware River on our left, and it's just like rendering really weird. So I think, yeah, this is the bridge. This is the bridge across the river. Okay, yeah, and then if you look down here, right under the bridge, basically, this is the Philadelphia Soccer Stadium, Subaru Park right there. That's the soccer stadium. I've gone to games in there. So that's pretty cool. Awesome. Said, if you tell me that you can fly over Philly Stadium during game and do a play-by-play. Alright, Crimson Knights, we're past midnight here, but I feel like this was overall very successful. I went through all the trainings for, you know, the basic trainings. We passed the exam with an A for our private pilot's license in the career mode, and then had fun exploring a little bit. So, lots of fun. And it'd be cool to continue through the career mode. Keep learning about how to fly different types of aircraft and just getting better at flying. But I like it a lot. My only complaint is that I just wish I had like a joystick to make the flight feel more natural than, you know, mouse and keyboard. So I might look into getting like a cheap joystick, because I think if I had if I had a joystick, I could see myself spending a lot more time playing this game. So welcome to the Crimson Knights. Antics Prox 972 Thins, welcome to the Crimson Knights. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Hope you enjoyed the stream. The Crimson Knights in the Discord, in the chat. Crimson Knights, thanks so much for being here. Thank you for liking the video and being subscribed, joined, followed on the channel on YouTube and on Twitch. I will plan to be back on Wednesday night. We might try to jump back into Alan Wake 2. Oh, you're welcome, Antics. Thank you for subbing. Sorry you're getting, subbing right at the end of the stream here. But I do stream regularly on Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday nights. But like I say, I think on Wednesday night we'll maybe get back into Alan Wake 2 on Wednesday night. Then Friday, we will play some Fortnite for the end of the chapter. The end of the season and chapter. And then we'll, over the weekend, probably play some more of the new season and chapter. And maybe also finally get back into some Warzone and check out Area 99 map for the very first time. So that's what we've got in the week ahead. Thank you so much again for joining tonight's stream. Welcome to the Crimson Knights antics. Have a great night, everybody. And I look forward to seeing you on Wednesday night. Thanks for flying with Crimson Knights Airlines.